All right. Okay, Susie, thank you so much for the session today. Just want to kind of shoot the video to summarize what we talked about today so you have it all in one place here for you. And we kind of started at the beginning, right? And for us, that started basically with that grip. Your grip, by the way, was awesome throughout our session. Never had to adjust it once. You kind of grabbed it the right way and stuck with it from that whole way. So we'll just keep it here for the beginning. Remembering the priority here with our grip is just making sure that it's running through those fingers. We really don't want to grip it in that palm. So through the fingers right there, and then that kind of 1 o'clock position with our thumb, a little bit on this side of the grip, and then again with our right hand. So running through those fingers, and then our thumb just a little bit on the right side of the grip there at that kind of 1 o'clock position. And once you got that, it looked like you did a great job with it. And we talked a little bit about our stance and orientation, right? We use the stick to help us line up to the target that we wanted to hit it towards. And then we learned how to kind of stand athletically and appropriately. So typically we kind of stand this way, stick our butt out just a little bit, and allow that club to drop. And our priority just being that our arms are kind of hanging right beneath our shoulders. And then I shared that kind of cheesy way that I teach kids to swing the golf club, right? Which is throwing that frisbee with our left hand. So by that we mean obviously like rocking our body behind and then uncoiling it this way nice and hard to make sure that we're using not just our hands and arms in our golf swing, which is something that lots of beginners do in the beginning. We want to make sure that we're using our whole body turned back and turn through as we swung it. And when we did that well, we saw some really good crisp shots, particularly the iron shots. Certainly the challenges that we found throughout were in whether we hit the ground in the appropriate spot, right? Sometimes we found that we hit a little bit too far behind it. More often, actually, your bigger issue was perhaps hitting not any turf, perhaps, and hitting it a little thin. Typically what it required was you feeling like, okay, I need to get down to this ball by leaning on our front leg a little bit more as we're swinging through and continuing to swing around. But generally speaking, I thought you got off to a really fantastic start hitting the ball. We did talk then a little bit about our driver at the end of our session. And we talked a little bit about a few of the adjustments that we make with our driver, again, because it is such a straight face club, doesn't have a lot of loft on it. We're trying to kind of hit up on this ball rather than hitting down as we do to kind of brush that grass with our irons. So to help with that, we would use, you could use a stick like this to kind of help with your ball position to make sure that it's nice and forward, not in our belly button, which is where we'll hit our irons from, but nice and forward of that so that we can hit nice and up through these balls and hit good shots. And the driver was a little bit of a work in progress. Did a few good ones, but we still need to continue to get a little bit more up with that and a little bit more around, and we'll find just a little bit more distance as we go through. But I think overall, I think you got off to a fantastic start. I enjoyed meeting you, and hopefully this helps keep in place the things you want to work on until next time I see you. All right, thanks so much.
You.
My pleasure. All right.